She didn't resist. She didn't speak. But when the woman in uniform entered the courtroom, everyone stood up, including the judge. Have you ever seen someone so quiet, so ordinary, that no one realized she had once led missions that saved thousands of lives? Would you recognize a hero if she never asked to be one? This is not just a story about mistaken identity. It's about the invisible women who operate in silence until the day the silence becomes louder than a bomb. Subscribe for more true inspired stories of women who were never supposed to be remembered. But we're here to make sure they never get forgotten. She arrived at the civilian shooting range just after dawn. No name tag, no conversation. Just a woman in a gray hoodie and worn jeans, setting up a rifle like she'd done it 1,000 times. Frank, the retired Navy vet who ran the range, noticed immediately. Not just how she moved, but how she listened. To the wind, to the silence, to things only trained ears catch. Her breathing was slow, controlled, the kind that only comes from someone who's spent time pulling triggers in real combat. She wasn't practicing, she was remembering. When she hit a bullseye from 800 yards with no scope, someone called the police. She won't show ID, they said, and when officers asked her name, she just said, "That's classified." She was arrested. No phone, no contacts, just a notebook filled with hand-drawn maps, coordinates, and strange notations. There was a scar on her wrist, the kind you don't get by accident. The kind left behind by tactical gear and fast rope descents from helicopters. In the courtroom the next morning, there was confusion. No priors, no name, no background. The public defender hadn't even spoken to her yet. She just sat, still and quiet, like she was waiting for something, or someone. Then the heavy doors opened. A woman in full military dress walked in. Not just any officer, a major general. The entire room froze. Even the judge stood. She handed the judge a sealed letter, and after reading it, the judge turned pale. "All charges are dropped. This woman is not a threat. She is a decorated officer of the United States military." Gasps filled the room. But the woman, still in her jumpsuit and handcuffs, said just one thing. "I apologize for the inconvenience, ma'am." The general saluted her. "No, Commander. It is we who owe you an apology." Every veteran in that courtroom stood up. Even the arresting officer whispered, "We had no idea." Outside, reporters swarmed. "Commander, a statement." She didn't even turn her head. "Some of us are always around," she said. "You just don't see us." And then she disappeared into a black SUV. That evening, Frank stood alone at the range. He looked at the target, the one she had hit from 800 yards, dead center. Some heroes don't wear medals. Some don't tell their stories. And some just wait for someone else to notice. Maybe this is you. Maybe it was your mother, your sister, or a woman you passed by and never looked twice at. But they were always there, protecting more than we'll ever know.